Hey, hello? Hello, here, right here behind you.
Hi, good morning, we're here.
So we wanted to get you your morning stretches, turn down, make sure that you're flexible enough.
Okay, so welcome everyone. Welcome to Alicante, this data European capital for these 2 days.
Yeah, and this is also a Spanish presidency event. You know, in the presidencies, we get to set the priorities for the 6 months of the European Union, and in this one, in the Spanish one, we get to set the priorities of the next mandate of the Commission. We have done so on entrepreneurship, on digital rights and neurotechnologies. We are going to talk next week about AI, but we were missing you guys, the Gaia-X people. Wait, Paqui, hi, how are you? Paqui is the CEO of Gaia-X Hub Spain. How is, I don't know if you know her, but if you don't know her, you need to get to know her later in the breaks. How are you seeing these 2 days? Are you ready for?
It's amazing, Alberto, amazing. Look how many people here in Alicante, in the south of Spain, the coast. Everybody's here. Even we have put the color of Gaia-X here for you, especially. We have the nice weather for you, but Spain is not only nice weather. Spain is everything he is going to say about digitalization, new economy, digital transformation, artificial intelligence. Is that what we need to see today and these 2 days in Spain? So welcome to Alicante.
Thank you.
Thank you, Paqui. Welcome everyone. So before we get started, Alberto and I wanted to talk to you about some really easy housekeeping rules.
Yeah, you see, we were told that we were the masters of ceremonies today, and for once, we are the ones setting the rules. And the first one is that you are here to have fun. I mean, we are determined that this is not going to be a boring summit.
Okay, well, at least we will try. Right, so second rule is that you're here to speak with each other. There's a lot of you, so take the time to share your thoughts, your experiences, also your day-to-day problems, and make the best of the time you have here together in Alicante.
And third rule, you see this guy here? The guy with the camera, he's Alberto. He's our Gaia-X selfie man. And I want you that every time you see him, you take a picture with whoever you are next to, and then we get next memories. Demo here.
Okay, so that's how it's done. That's easy. Okay, so number 4, open your minds. We know you are all experts on your fields, but we're sure there is at least one thing you haven't learned yet. Maybe here in the summit is the place where you learn it. So open your minds for lots of learning.
And the last one, enjoy Alicante. Get to live the city, get to live the Spanish people, get to live the country and how we enjoy our daily lives. Also get to party, but do it from tomorrow, not today, please.
Okay. So before Alberto gets on your head with some more bad ideas for now, let's get started with the real work.
Let's go.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Alicante, welcome to Spain, to our home, and of course, welcome to this third Gaia-X Summit.
Yeah, we are Alejandra Artero and Alberto Gago, and we are delighted to be your Master of Ceremonies and take a break for once from our work at the Cabinet of the Secretary of State for Digital and AI, and get to enjoy here and learn about Gaia-X, data exchange, and also AI.
So yes, as much as we miss our boss, Mrs. Carmen Artigas, we are delighted to be with all of you here. And we have already welcomed you in our home in Spain, in Alicante, but there is someone that today is welcoming you and all of us in his house. So please give a really nice warm welcome to Andrés Perelló, the Director General of this Casa Mediterráneo.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends all. Welcome to Alicante and Casa Mediterráneo. It is an absolute pleasure for me to welcome you all to Alicante during the Spanish presidency of the Council of the European Union. Casa Mediterráneo is a public consortium led by the Spanish Ministry of Foreign Affairs, together with the regional governments of the Valencian community, together with other local authorities, the city of Alicante, Benidorm and Xàbia, and also with the Alicante Provincial Council. We are an institution created to work on public diplomacy. It is part of a network of casas, houses if you want, of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, together with Casa Árabe, Casa África, Casa Sefarad and Casa America. Our main objective is to promote mutual knowledge and to bring Spain and the other Mediterranean countries closer together on issues such as culture, the economy, climate change, gender equality, and scientific and technological innovation. Let me very briefly tell you a little bit about this magnificent building we are today. Because we're in a unique building, it is a historical building inaugurated in 1887 as a railway station. The starting point of the Alicante-Murcia line due to its proximity to the port of Alicante. It was designed by engineer Alessandri, close to and inspired by Gustav Eiffel, and its facade has remained practically unchanged over the years, which has allowed us to keep it almost exactly as it was originally built. The building was inaugurated after its rehabilitation in 2013. That means that this year we are celebrating 10 years of the headquarters of Casa Mediterráneo. As you can see, the most valuable element of the whole station is the wonderful space above the tracks. Here we are seated. It is 1,500 square meters, 20 meters of slide covered by celosias and forts that will be impossible to envisage in today's architecture. The result of this rehabilitation is a new model of occupation and transformation of historical buildings, a fusion of southern and northern Mediterranean cultures. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Casa Mediterráneo. Please feel at home because it is also yours. From this house, we direct our work toward the Mediterranean basin, but we also want to direct it to the world. Why is the house located in Alicante? First of all, because it is part of the government's strategy to decentralize institutions that bring it closer to the citizens. Another reason to choose the city of Alicante is its historical ties with North Africa, especially thanks to its maritime connections, in particular with Algeria. This history of Algeria and Alicante has been linked by commercial, social, and institutional ties. It is said that Oran is the most Spanish city in Algeria, and Alicante is the most Algerian city in Spain. The links date back to the 15th century. It is not in vain that Alicante's emblematic fortress of Santa Barbara Castle and that of Santa Cruz in Oran were used to defend both territories from Turkish invasions. Algeria received different booms of immigrants from Alicante in the 19th century, as well as in the 20th, right after the Spanish Civil War. Years later, when European countries were losing control of the African colonies, most of the inhabitants returned to their countries of origin, but many of them chose Alicante. This is the case of some called Pierre Noir, Blackfeet, I think, French people who fled from the independence war in Algeria, as well as people coming from Western Sahara. Nowadays, there are more than 16,000 Algerians and 45,000 Moroccans living in the provincia of Alicante. You can see that our links with North Africa are very strong and important. This is why Casa Mediterráneo works to seek understanding among peoples of the Mediterranean and the world as the only possibility for coexistence and shared progress. This meeting is also an opportunity to seek for synergies in a wider Europe, looking at Mediterranean countries and the internet infrastructure industry. Our closest neighbors, Middle East and North Africa, should also be taken in account. Reinforcing our collaboration is a way of strengthening the European economy. Our strength as nations is built on respect for the cultural, political, and religious diversity of each of our peoples. Ours is a sea that brings together many seas, which has now different civilizations and is home to different cultures enriching each other. There are several cultures, of course, and there is only one humanity, as the Alliance of Civilizations proclaimed. Our tools are words and dialogue, and we are determined that this should replace the sound of weapons. It may seem naive to state our mission in this House at a time when the world is going through one of the convulsive periods, when this century seems determined to reflect the last one, the 20th century, at a time when humanity seems to have adapted without much effort to differentiate war crimes for the logical crimes of war, when it should be contemplating that war is in fact the only crime without distinction. That is why, whether naive or persistent, we will continue to strive to contribute our efforts to prevent this century from emulating the last one and to make the leaders of the international community understand that there is no other path to shared progress of humanity than that of peace and understanding. So, I wish you a very good work and good discussion during this seminary. I hope you will also time to enjoy a little bit this wonderful city. Welcome to Alicante, welcome to Casa Mediterráneo.
Muchas gracias. So our next speaker was the Vice President. She couldn't be here today because yesterday we were just closing a deal on the regulation on the European digital identity. You see, another achievement of the Spanish presidency. But she sent us a video with her regards. So if you could play the video from Nadia Calviño, the Vice President of Spain. Or not? No, yes, we do.
It's a great pleasure to host the 4th Gaia-X Summit in Alicante. It's clear that we're living in a technological revolution with a deep impact in our lives and those of future generations. Data are at the heart of this process. Some say that it is the fuel of the 21st century, and so it is urgent to develop a European and global framework supporting innovation and also protecting privacy, security, and all individual and economic rights, as well as the functioning of our economies and democracies. When we took office in 2018, we knew that digitalization must be one of the key levers of our government's economic policy to modernize the country. But we did not start from scratch. We counted on very strong broadband infrastructures, leading companies in strategic sectors to drive the process, and a very strong digital administration, particularly in some areas such as tax and health. But back then, there was no strategic plan to support the digitalization of SMEs. We were lagging behind in digital skills, and there was no public policy on artificial intelligence, and of course, no plan on data spaces or the data economy. What we did not know then was that technological change would accelerate exponentially as a result of the pandemic, and that we would have the unprecedented public investment capacity thanks to the Next Generation EU Recovery Plan. Fortunately, the digital transformation agenda had been given top priority in our government, integrating it into the Ministry for Economy and elevating it to a vice presidency. In July 2020, we were able to publish the España Digital Agenda, a very ambitious strategy to support the digital transformation of the country with reforms and investments in 3 key areas: infrastructure and technology, the economy, and people. And in our recovery plan, we set out 8 specific roadmaps to ensure 100% high-speed connectivity in the territory of Spain, to lead the deployment of 5G in Europe, to strengthen the cybersecurity capabilities, to support R&D in the area of artificial intelligence with a humanistic approach, protecting our rights and democratic values, also to promote the digitalization of SMEs and public administrations, to support digital entrepreneurship, startups, and achieve a 30% increase in audiovisual production, and to provide all citizens with the necessary digital skills to access the jobs of the future, while protecting individual rights and in the new digital environment. Now, as pretty much every digital technology is linked to data, we integrated it in all our strategic projects and appointed a Chief Data Officer, who currently chairs the Governmental Advisory Board to Gaia-X. meanwhile dynamizing our national data community and channeling their efforts. I remember I was personally opening the Gaia-X Hub Spain in Talavera de la Reina almost 2 years ago, and impact is achieved by building transformative use cases that advance the digitalization of industrial value chains. This is what we are doing, implementing a national plan for data spaces so as to also future-proof the interconnection across projects, which is critical to facilitate investment and create synergies, also between the public and the private sector. 3 years later, we're starting to see the impact of our approach in the ongoing structural changes of the Spanish economy. The Digital Decade report published a few weeks ago by the European Commission confirms Spain's leadership in the digital field. We are attracting very relevant investments by large technological leaders such as Cisco, Intel, Broadcom or IMEC. Employment growth in the areas of science, IT and R&D has increased by almost 50% since 2018. And 1 in every 4 new jobs in Spain since the end of the pandemic has been in these new technology, science and digital sectors. We are now halfway through the recovery plan and also halfway through the Spanish presidency, and we have put as a top priority closing some of the key files in the digital area. For example, those linked to artificial intelligence or digital identity. Investments and reforms funded by the Next Generation EU program have led to a very strong economic recovery after the pandemic, setting in motion also a modernization process for a more efficient, more competitive and more resilient economy in this increasingly complex world where strategic autonomy is of the essence. Digital and data are inseparable. Data and trust must also be so that the digital transformation process, which is unstoppable, leads to a stronger economy and a better society. We need to look with confidence into a more connected future where data will be shared in a fair and sovereign way, where traceability and transparency lead to trust, and Gaia-X can contribute by providing standards for portable and interoperable data spaces and for trusted cloud services, so as to build a better, stronger, common project for Spain and for Europe. Let me close on this positive note, and I wish you all the best in this important meeting. Thank you.
Gracias, guapo.
Thank you, Vice President. So you see, there is always in a group of friends, like the one that we have today, there's always one that drags everyone into party, right? And if you don't have that friend, it's because it's you, just so you know. For us, it's Gaia-X, this friend that drags us all together into this party in Alicante. And I'm happy to welcome now Daniel, Sáez, Domingo, who is one of the fathers of Gaia-X Spain and also the president of Gaia-X Spain Hub and board of directors of Gaia-X EU to the stage. Thank you.
Thank you, Alberto. I'm very happy and very pleased to be here and support this wonderful event that I'm sure that will represent a milestone in the success of Gaia-X and also the data strategy for Europe. And I'm also happy to have this event as an official event of the Spanish presidency. It's an honor for Gaia-X, I think, and also to be in my region, in the Valencia region, and in this wonderful city, beautiful city, Alicante, that I hope you can enjoy these 2 days, or if you have the privilege to stay longer. Well, I'm here representing the hub, the Spanish hub, but I work for ITI, which is a technology center located in Valencia, creating technologies around data and AI. ITI is member day 1 from Gaia-X, AISBL. I'm a member of the board of directors, and I have the honor to be the president of the Spanish hub. And I wanted to, and I have to go. Sorry, because I have some slides. I wanted to give you a very brief overview about the Spanish hub, what we have been doing in these 2 years since, or 2.5 years since the creation of the hub. But let me Let me start with a bit of an overview about the context that motivated the creation of the hub. First, talking about technology. Spain has a very strong ecosystem and industry about technology. You can recognize Spanish companies, organizations in most of the relevant initiatives around data and AI and other disciplines in Europe, with worldwide recognized companies, research centers, university, a very rich ecosystem of SMEs, networks of excellence, and also digital innovation hubs. I mean, very rich industry in technological side. We have also a leading position or co-leading position in some markets, representative markets. We can talk about tourism, especially being here in Alicante, but also agri-food, health, industry, mobility or retail commerce as the main sectors where Spain is focusing at this moment and is leading at European level. And also we can say that, as the Vice President has told, we have a very favorable policy framework to boost and to deploy the data economy in Spain. Several programs has been defined by the Spanish government, and we have this data office, a very strong chief data officer, and we have in the recovery fund a lot or a chapter devoted to the data spaces with a strong investment in that way. So in this context, mixing these three axes, technology, market, and policy, the Gaia-X hub was born in 2021. You can see some recognized faces there. In July the 14th, we launched this hub with the support of the Secretary of State of Digitalization and Artificial Intelligence, Carmen Artigas, also Gaia-X AISBL, represented by Thomas Hahn, the European Commission with Piers O'Donoghue, and also the ecosystem of stakeholders. Since then, we have been working on giving the shape to the hub, and we decided to create a legal entity, a new legal entity, which is a non-for-profit association of organizations that was launched in Talavera de la Reina in 2022 in March, again with the support of the Spanish government, also the regional government, and with more than 200 organizations interested in becoming part of this association. This is the first, among these 200, we elected the first board of directors of the association, and you can see the kind of organizations that are in this leading body of the association: large companies, association of companies, research centers, universities, small and medium companies, startups, public administrations, and also social organizations. So we are covering a very broad scope. And we have 4 main goals. I will go very quickly because we are running out of time. We have 4 main goals. The first one is boosting the data economy in Spain, putting together 3 main axes: cloud infrastructure, AI, algorithms, and also data. Second one is being the reference point for the awareness, education, and evangelization about data economy, and also covering aspects like privacy, security, ethics, social value of data spaces, data economy. Promote the creation of Spanish data spaces, putting together all the value chain, and also the fourth one is contributing to the creation of the European common data spaces with use cases coming from Spain. And following those 6 principles that I will not go into details because of time. We have been structured following these main strengths from Spain that I told at the beginning, with 3 main horizontal lines. One is the technology enabler group, which is creating proof of concepts, and also is piloting the Gaia-X digital clearing house in Spain, but also social and ethics and legal and regulatory, crossing with the 6 main areas, 6 main markets, verticals that I was talking at the beginning as the more relevant ones for Spain. But we are not close to those. We can add more in the future, but in those we are creating proof of concepts, and also we have some sectors with projects like we will see tomorrow in one session in the plenary, projects that are running as a data space, and we are now making them compliant with Gaia-X. And just to close, we are envisioning a very bright future for Europe, and we want to contribute a lot from Spain. We are providing these vertical data spaces in 6 sectors and more that will come. We are providing technology. We can create technology and contribute to create the European technology from Spain. We are providing experimentation network, a very mature experimentation network of sites and infrastructures that can help the adoption of Gaia-X technologies or Gaia-X standards. And also we have this Gaia-X digital clearing house. We are also providing trust, which is an important word for us. We are the reference point at this moment in Spain for the data economy. And we are also creating trust with other hubs at international level, and also with the Data Spaces Support Center. We are promoting the creation of the data intermediaries, and we are creating awareness in events like this, international events, but also regional events, webinars, datathons, hackathons. So this is our main mission. In all these activities, we have the support of the Spanish government. And if you want to know more about the Spanish hub, we have a booth there, and you can see our pilots, our proof of concepts, demonstrations, and talk with us. So thank you very much, and I hope this event can be a very, very good success for all of us. Thank you.